So I am actually very excited for this because I have been waiting for a new Daedra, okay? And we have an announcement of Super Impact Daedra. Now, you know what it means. You know what Super Impacts do. And actually, let me bring up here the events timeline, my favorite thing to do. Because one thing that you can almost always do is you can look at the past and predict the future. So I'm bringing up the events timeline right here because I forgot to do that before. So Daedra already announced a Super Impact. This will be his art. Very good. I'm gonna be looking at Daedras and how we actually needed a new Daedra. But here, if we take a look at the raids that we had, who was the last Super Impact? This bad boy. This bad boy's the last Super Impact. And who was the Blazing Festival that came with him? Yes, the person who fought him. Pain. Makes sense. Now, Super Impact before, Obito. Who came with it? The people who fought him. Naruto and Sasuke from the Susanoo cloaked Kurama. That makes sense. They fought Obito. That is always a pattern. Super Impact Ashura. Who fought Ashura? Indra. Yes. And the list goes on. There are a few that doesn't make sense. Like let me bring up Minato and Tobirama. That doesn't make any sense at all. It's a theme, but they never fought each other, right? And then there's also Hashirama and Madara and Kaguya. They never fought Kaguya. They never fought Kaguya. It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, there's also a few of those. But most of all, people that fight each other, right? Kakashi and Obito. People that fight each other are the ones that are selected for Super Impact and Blazing Festival. So Daedra comes as a Super Impact. So who could it be? GAARA. GAARA is the one. Who's the legendary fight against Daedra? It's GAARA. There are people that fought Daedra. I bring up Kakashi right here because Kakashi, was it the first time he demonstrated? It was the first time he like really showed the Kamui. So it could be a Blazing Festival Kamui Kakashi. I would still say it's probably GAARA. GAARA, we already have a GAARA from his fight against Daedra, which is this one, but it is a summonable normal banner unit. It's not a Blazing Festival, right? And if you take a look at the old Blazing Festival that we have, this boy, he's really outdated. He really doesn't have a place anymore because, look at his abilities. Reduces wisdom damage by 10% each ability. Nowadays, we have 40% in one ability. You know, like, if you open up Final Fight Naruto, Final Fight Naruto is 40% towards wisdom and bravery in 2 abilities, right? GAARA has 50% in 5. It's just like, no. And then his jutsu is 2 times multiplier. Yeah, 10 times multiplier, but if they're immobilized 16 times, even though he doesn't immobilize himself. So it's just a mess. This Blazing Festival is very outdated. So it's very good that we're getting a new Blazing Festival GAARA. I mean, this guy also, if you want to count as a Blazing Festival, he technically is a Blazing Festival, although no one actually considers him a Blazing Festival. You can only pull him from Blazing Festival banners though, so technically he is. Again, very outdated abilities. Reduce damage taken by 5% 5 times. And then the ultimate is a 6 and 12. 4 times to 1, 6 times to all. Yeah, kind of outdated. So GAARA from the fight against Daedra is very needed. Now, talking about Kamui Kakashis, right? This is the only Kamui Kakashi we have? I mean, technically, don't we have a, where's Body Kakashi? Oh, he's not in here. This Kakashi right here, right? For some reason it's not in there. This Kakashi, it's not any of these, but let me, this one is also Kamui Kakashi, but it is a PvP reward unit. It's different because you don't use this unit in PvE, right? You're only going to be using him on PvP. While, of course, this unit was meant to use on PvE, and nowadays he's really outdated. 6 and 12, already starting by that, it's really bad. So, Kamui Kakashi could be the Blazing Festival, but I'm really betting my money on GAARA. I cannot see them making someone else. Like, they could make, like, Sasori, right? Just like they did the themes, right? With Minato and Tobirama. They could make the Blazing Festival be Sasori, or the Blazing Festival be... Yeah, Sasori's the one. I can only think of Sasori, but I mean, someone else from the Akatsuki, right? They could make it. Just like, again, Tobirama and Minato was a theme, and I'm thinking of someone else. I forgot who else was. Oh yeah, Shisui and Kisame were also a theme, and they never fought each other, right? So that doesn't make any sense, but it is a theme. It could be an Akatsuki member as a Blazing Festival like Sasori. And I can't think of it, like, maybe Kakuzu? I can't see Kakuzu though. I can, like, if it is a Akatsuki member, it's 100% gonna be Sasori. Because if we also take a look at Sasori right here, Sasori is not too great either. He's not too respected. I mean, yeah, the last Sasori we got is a normal bandage, just like GAARA, right? Just like GAARA and Deidara. He's really good, but they're, of course, better units. And then the only good Sasori we have is this Blazing Bash Sasori, which is good on PvP, right? He's not a PvE unit. He's really good on PvE though. And then he has the, of course, the Unawakened version, which is okay on PvE. Body Sasori is free to play. This Sasori, he's still okay. I would not say he's bad, but he's very, very old, very, very outdated towards like his percentage. Like, he needs the abilities to become 90%, while units nowadays already have like 100% their ult, right? And then we also have this Sasori, which honestly, if there is gonna be a Blazing Festival Sasori, I said this on Twitter the other day, it has to be this one, right? It has to be this one. It has to be this version because, God, we've not had this version of Sasori in forever, like literally forever. This is the only version of, this is the only Sasori that I have of this version that fought Sakura. Now, if we are to get the Sasori, I would believe he would be like a Super Impact, and then the Blazing Festival would be Sakura that fights him, instead of like being a Blazing Festival himself, because it does, it would fit him more, right? Or maybe the Super Impact would be Sakura, and he would be the Blazing Festival. That would also work, but who knows? He could be the Blazing Festival just to fit the theme. But I'm betting on GAARA. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and please subscribe.